Okay, Jim, here is the video that I said I would send to you on how to make a testimonial post. Now, the testimonials currently are showing up in a couple different places, one being under the testimonials tab, and then the other being here on the home page at the bottom. So if I scroll down, of course we have this red box, and it says testimonials on it, but it's a place really in the page where you can put the best of your testimonials, things that you want people to see every single time, no matter what the date they entered. And so it's kind of a double entry. You got to enter it in here. There's probably only going to be 4 or 5 of them, I would think. And then the rest of the testimonials in this date order, this posting date order, will be down here. Now these testimonials currently don't have any photos, so they look a little stark down here. But as we start adding photos to these, you'll start seeing this fill out, and it'll look look good with the photos that we add. So the first thing I'm going to show you is under posts, and I've gone to post and all posts to get this listing of posts here. And so basically we have 5 posts already, and these are the 5 posts that were on the top of that email that you had sent me on the 25th and had resent to me today. Thank you very much for pointing that out. So anyway, for instance, if I wanted to make a change to another fabulous fishing trip, I would simply hit edit here, and it brings up then a posting page, and it brings up the title. And I just went down here and took the title as another fabulous fishing trip from the first line. And then off to the side, you'll notice that I've marked it with testimonials as the category. It's called testimonial 2 because I had to kind of segregate out some things. So this doesn't show anywhere. Just remember to click the testimonial versus the seasonal update. That'll show on the new ones. So anyway, that's been marked here. The other thing I want to point out is the update. Anytime that we make a change to a post, we come here and update, and that'll update that. And then I scroll down. If I wanted to add an image, I'm going to come down here to select featured image. It brings up the library that we currently have in here. If it's a new photo, you can simply go to the upload files. Now the testimonials is pretty good in regards to it attempts to do some resizing of photos. It resizes them down, not necessarily up. And so if you're using smaller photos, they may not fill the full window of what's there, and it might look a little odd. So you'll get a feel for this as you go through it. So I'm going to just pick one of the photos here, and I'm going to say select feature image, and then it fills in the image over here, and I'm going to come back up here and update it. And it takes just a second to update this. And it's just about through. There we go. And so now the update is loaded again. If I go back now to the home page, I have to do a refresh, of course, because I've added that photo. And at this point, it will show up. Here we go. Got a little bit of a slow internet today, but it's coming up. Here we go. So under testimonials, it now shows that photo under this description. If I wanted to see more about this, all I have to do as the user is click on the title of the description here, and then it goes in to the blog post itself, and I can have as much text in here and that sort of thing as I want. So anyway, that's how you make a blog post. Now if I was to make a new one, I'm going to come back out to the home page and go back to my dashboard that you're familiar with. I'm going to come over here to posts, and I'm going to go down to add new. And it will then load in a new page. It'll ask first for the title of this. Here's the new title here. And I'm just going to say Ted had a great trip. And I'm going to come down here and say, went fishing with Jim and had an amazing time. Caught lots of I'm typing too long today. Fish. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to highlight or click on, this is a testimonial. I'm not going to push publish yet. Now this is different than the update because publish is only done once, and so as soon as I publish it, then it'll go live. I'm going to come down here, I'm going to grab a featured image, and I'll just grab the image right next to that one and add it in. And again, it brings up the featured image here, and now I'll go ahead and click on publish. And so now I have a published testimonial in the system. If I go back to my main page, and again, I'm going to do a refresh of this. Come down here just a little bit. It's still refreshing as I'm going down. And here in a second, here we go. Again, I've got a real slow internet. It's propagating this. So anyway, so there are the two photos and now the two descriptions, and the last one has been put here. The other thing, along with the picture size, you might want to just have a standard amount of lines that you use in the testimonial if you want it to be congruent across the sides. These two over here don't have photos, so that's why it's looking stacked over here, but as you add photos, this will come up. I've got a button down here. I can load more, so I can see more testimonials if I wish as the user. I can come back up here to the top and hit testimonials, and it will do a screen refresh to testimonials, and I get the same thing here. So if somebody just wants to go to testimonials, then they can do that. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to remove these two photos. I'm going to come back to my desktop or my dashboard. I'm going to look at all posts over here. And again, it'll give me a listing of all of the posts here in just a second. There is the two photos that I have. And so to get rid of those, I'm going to actually delete this. So I'm going to send this to the trash. And then that takes that post and it puts it in the trash for me. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to edit out the photo. I'm just going to come down here and hit remove featured image, and that removes that so we can put in the appropriate image there. Again, I don't have to re-click on categories, but I'm just looking at it as I go up. I have the update button, and I hit the update button, and now it updates those posts. I'm going to come back to all posts, and again it gives me a listing here of all the different posts. Notice the feature images are now removed. So if I go back to Creative Fishing Adventures, I'll go back to the home page. In this case, the testimonials is still from when I was just on it. And scroll on down, and now all my posts don't have the photos on them. Again, you're going to have to play around a little bit with formatting. Maybe we can make some of the text smaller, make it larger, and help out with trying to get those, when you start adding in a lot of the testimonials and that sort of thing. But it seems to be working just fine, and looking forward to talking with you about that again tomorrow. Thanks again.